Hey guys, it's Madison LaFontaine from The Film Magic, and I am back with another video. Before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more movie content. So if you've been keeping up with the uploads, you know that I already did a top 10 Martin Scorsese video, top 10 Christopher Nolan video, so today I am here with a top 10 David Fincher film video. And before I get started, like I say in all the other videos, none of these movies are bad in my book. I actually enjoyed every single one of these movies on this list. Particularly, I think David Fincher is probably in my top 3 directors of all time, actually. I think it's like Scorsese, Fincher, Tarantino, probably. It's a tough thing because then you forget about Spielberg and Nolan, but he's definitely up there in my favorite directors of all time. So I was really excited to do this video because honestly, I loved every single one of the films on this list and I think they all deserve to be there. But again, we're just comparing some of his really great work to some of his good work. So without further ado, coming in our number 10 spot, it is the 2008 flick, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, starring Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett. First of all, Cate Blanchett and Brad Pitt are both phenomenal actors, and again, they did phenomenal in this film. But personally, this film was just not a favorite for me, and it wasn't, how do I put this? Compared to the rest of Fincher's work, I feel like this project falls short a little bit, and that's why it's taking our number 10 spot today. Taking our number 9 spot is the 2011 flick The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, starring Daniel Craig and Rooney Mara. I actually like this film. I actually read the book before I watched the movie, and I really liked the adaptation of it. I thought it was really good, but again, compared to other of Fincher's work, I just feel like it wasn't as good as some other projects I'm going to continue to name, so that's kind of why I ranked it, lower on the number 9 spot. Still a great film, but just not really great compared to the rest of his projects. Coming in for our number 8 spot is the 2002 flick starring Kristen Stewart and Jodie Foster, Panic Room. I really like this film. Kristen Stewart was so young, and it's honestly so cool seeing her act so young and, comparing her in Panic Room to some of her projects now. And I love Jodie Foster. She was amazing in The Silence of the Hills, and she was amazing in this. Jodie Foster is such a great actress, and I really like this film. But again, I'm going to say it, I'm probably going to sound repetitive. It just doesn't match up to some of his other work. Number 7 on our flick is the 1997 flick The Game, starring Sean Penn and Michael Douglas. This movie was really good as well, and I really like the dynamic between Sean Penn and Michael Douglas. I don't know, there's just something about the two acting together that really just makes me memorize to the screen, and that's why this movie is going to be stealing our number 7 spot on the list. Now, number 6 on our list is a movie that is probably going to be taking home a number of awards this year. It is the 2020 film Mank, starring the amazing Gary Oldman. You got Amanda Seyfried, you got Lily Collins. There's so much talent in this film. The whole film is depicted in black and white, which I thought was really good. It really sets the tone for the movie. The movie is actually about making a movie also, so I really enjoyed it being an actress. I feel like it's a really just kind of great look into how the industry was during that time period. It is a great film. It is definitely deserving of some awards this year. I'm pretty sure it is leading with the most nominations, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why it is definitely working our way up into our top 5 and stealing our number 6 spot on the list. Taking our number 5 spot is none other than the 1999 flick Fight Club, starring the amazing Brad Pitt. I watched Fight Club probably about 6 times. It's definitely one of my favorite movies. I love the dynamic of it. It is such a... Brad Pitt's character is so interesting. I feel like personally, going from starring in like a movie like Seven to starring in Fight Club, they're so different, and he had like totally different characters in each film. I feel like he was more of an alpha in Fight Club, and I really loved his performance specifically. Like, I just thought he did an amazing job. And he just is the ultimate, mystery. I feel like he's just such a complicated character, and I just love that about him. And that's why Fight Club is leading us into our top 5 David Fincher movies. Taking our number 4 spot is none other than the 2014 flick Gone Girl, starring Rosamund Pike and Ben Affleck. Personally, I am not a Ben Affleck fan. And if I'm gonna be completely honest, I definitely feel like anyone could have played Ben Affleck's role. I feel like he didn't necessarily make the film at all. That's just my personal opinion. Rosamund Pike, on the other hand, amazing. She is so good at portraying these sinister roles. If you check out I Care a Lot, it's again a very sinister kind of strong woman role, and she's just so good at playing these roles, and her performance really did it for me. And the whole plot twist of Gone Girl and the whole film itself is just a masterpiece, and I absolutely love the film Gone Girl. I could watch that movie once a week. I love it so much. But again, I feel like Ben Affleck, I'm not going to say he did a phenomenal performance, because I feel like there's a lot of actors that would have been better suited for that role. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm biased because I'm just not a Ben Affleck fan. But Rosamund Pike, definitely phenomenal. Loved her performance. Now, drum roll please, we're heading into our top 3 David Fincher movies of all time. Coming in our number 3 spot, we have the 2010 flick, The Social Network. The Social Network, if you haven't watched it, is basically about the founding of Facebook. It stars Jesse Steinberg playing the founder, and then you got Andrew Garfield, and you also have Justin Timberlake in there as well. Honestly, when The Social Network came out, I was younger, so I didn't watch it right in 2010. But I remember seeing it on Netflix a couple years ago when I was like really young, you know, not really into film as much. And I'm like, this looks stupid, but you know what, I'll watch it. And I was just so amazed. This movie was just so beautifully put together, and it's so much more interesting than you think it's going to be. David Fincher did such an amazing job, even just choosing the characters. Jesse Steinberg is just perfectly suited for this role, and he did such a phenomenal job. Like, David Fincher couldn't have picked a better cast. I absolutely love this film. I'm pretty sure it definitely won a lot of awards when it did come out. I'm not sure exactly, so I'm not going to name the awards because I don't want to say anything wrong. But it was definitely a phenomenal film, and I absolutely loved it, and that's why it's stealing our number 3 spot. Stealing our number 2 spot is the 2007 flick Zodiac, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Robert Downey Jr. I absolutely love this film. If you know me, I'm obsessed with serial killer documentaries, and Zodiac was actually based on the real Zodiac killer. That was a real serial killer during the 80s, I believe. Maybe earlier. No, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was the 70s. It was either the 80s or the 70s. So it was basically kind of based off that. And the whole thing is just like this big mystery, and it's so interesting. Basically, when I was watching the Zodiac, I could not keep my eyes off the screen, and I am a huge Jake Gyllenhaal fan. I think he is so diverse, and he can just do anything. He can literally just portray any role, and he just kills it. And it's one of those ones, again, where you're watching Jake Gyllenhaal, and you start to forget it's Jake Gyllenhaal. It was absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely love Zodiac, and that's why it is stealing our number 2 spot on the list. So now our number 1 spot, I hope it's no surprise to anyone that our number 1 David Fincher movie is none other than Seven. Released in 1995, starring Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. It is arguably one of the best crime detective flicks out there. The whole premise of it is so interesting, you know, the 7 deadly sins and just everything about it. I don't want to spoil it, but like the plot twist in the end. Gwyneth Paltrow also did a great job portraying Brad Pitt's wife. It was just such an amazing film tied together. Personally, I don't know if this is unpopular, but I feel like Brad Pitt didn't do like such a fantastic job. I think it was so early in his career that I've seen him progress so much from his performance in Seven to be such an amazing actor. But Morgan Freeman was definitely phenomenal. I loved Gwyneth Paltrow. I just love the whole aspect of the film and the dynamic between, you know, the newer detective and the older experienced detective. I love detective dynamics like that, and I just thought this movie was phenomenal, and I hope none of you disagree with me because I really think this deserves our number 1 spot as the best David Fincher movie there is. Well, there you have it, guys. There is our top 10 David Fincher movies of all time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you want me to do more, make sure you comment below what you want to see next. I do movie reviews, top 10s, and so much more. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie content. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.